Hello, mathematicians. Today we're going to talk about addition with regrouping, which is also called addition with carrying or carrying over. And another way to describe it is the column method, which is actually my favorite way of describing it because I just find it to be the best way of explaining what we're doing, which is we are adding in columns. And for those of you who don't remember the difference between columns and rows, columns go kind of up and down, so they're vertical. These are rows. They go horizontal, side to side. I don't know, when I was younger, I used to get those mixed up a lot. So just remember that columns are up and down. So let's start with revisiting addition of double-digit numbers and looking at what happens when we don't need to carry. So 60 plus 18. Well, using this method, the column method, we can create our columns. And then let's see, we're going to start by adding 0 plus 8. 0 plus 8 equals 8. We put the answer right down here. And then we're going to go into adding 6 plus 1. That equals 7, and our answer is 78. But what do we do when we have 65 plus 68? Oh boy. Well, it's going to require an added step or two. Let's get right into it. So let's start. I find it helpful to draw columns. You don't have to do that, but you might find it helpful. Now, we're going to start by adding 5 and 8. So, let me make my work in pink. 5 plus 8, that equals 13. Now, this is where people get confused. 13, that's a double-digit number. We do not put 13 down here. That's not going to work. What we're going to do is we're going to take the number in the ones place, which is the 3. We're going to take the 3 and we're going to put that over here. The number in the ones place stays in the ones place. As you know, this is also the ones place. The number in the ones place stays in the ones place. And then this 1 from the number 13, well, that gets carried over. We do a plus 1 in the tens column. What we're really doing is adding 10, but it'll already count as 10. I don't want to confuse you by sharing that, but suffice it to say that we're bringing a group of 10 over to the tens column. And now we're just going to do 6 plus 6, but we're going to add this 1. And what is the answer? 6 plus 6, that's 12. 12 plus 1, well, that's also 13, so that's 13. Now, if there were a number here, we would carry over the 1. But since this whole area, this is not a larger number than 2 digits, what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole number 13 and we're going to put the 3 from the ones place there and the 1 in the hundreds place, and the answer becomes 133. 133. Now look, I know that can be a lot to take in, but what I can promise you is that the more you do this, the more natural it's going to feel and be. And so really, it just requires a lot of practice. Let's do a few more. Let's do 75 plus 26. Okay? I'm going to make my columns here. Again, you don't need to do that, but I find it to be helpful. Now I'm going to add the 5 and 6. 5 plus 6 equals 11. I'm going to take the 1 from the ones place. I'm going to bring it over here. Then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to carry it, plus 1. And now I'm going to add 7 plus 2, this column. 7 plus 2, that equals 9, but then I'm adding another 1 right over here. I cannot forget about that 1. And so 7 plus 2 plus 1 equals 10. My answer is, so here's where I put the 10, my answer is 101. 101. What about when I have 3 digits? 146 plus 388. Okay? All the same principles apply. I'm going to put in some columns. Again, you don't have to do it, but some people find it helpful. And now I'm going to start by adding 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 equals 14. We're going to put the 4 here, carry the 1. Oops. 8 plus 4 plus 1. That equals 13, because 8 plus 4 equals 12. 12 plus 1 equals 13. 13. Now, because we're dealing with a 3-digit number, there's a number there. We actually have to do more carrying. So we're going to put the 3 over here, carry over the 1 from 13, plus 1. And finally, we're in the last digit, the hundreds digit, the hundreds place. 1 plus 3 plus 1. Can't forget about this plus 1. 1 plus 3, that's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. The answer is 534. And let's just do one more. 650 plus 396. This one's a little different. Well, I'm going to add 0 plus 6. Well, we don't need to do any carrying because it ends up being a 1-digit number. That's 6. Now we're going to do 5 plus 9. That's 14. Oh, that's a double-digit number. I'm going to have to put the 4 here and carry the 1. Then we do 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3, but we can't forget about this 1. Plus 1, what is that? That's 10. Double-digit number, but since there's nothing to the left of the hundreds place, there's no number there, we just put the 10 there. Our answer is 1,046. So like I said, this is going to take some practice. They're going to show you some different tricks and tools at school. I generally find the column method to be the most practical for addition. And bring your questions to class, and we'll do a lot more practicing soon. Till next time.